The Little Mermaid by Susan Blackaby. In the bluest part of the sea stood the Sea King's castle. He lived with his mother and 6 mermaid daughters. They were beautiful from head to tail. The sisters played in the gardens. They swam with the fish. They loved hearing stories of towns and trees. Tell us about the rest of the world, they said. When you turn 15, you will see it for yourselves, said Grandma. Year by year, each sister swam to see the land of humans. At last, the youngest turned 15. She swam up beside a big ship floating on the blue-green sea. On board, sailors sang and danced. Fireworks lit up the sky. In the glow, the little mermaid saw the face of a handsome prince. She couldn't take her eyes off him. Suddenly, clouds filled the sky. Lightning flashed and waves crashed. The ships broke apart and sank into the sea. The prince was drowning. The little mermaid dived under the waves to save the prince. She carried him into a quiet cave. She kissed him and left him on the beach. The little mermaid hid. Soon a girl came along. The prince woke up and smiled at her. He thought the girl had saved him. This made the mermaid very sad. The little mermaid returned home, but often swam back to look for the prince. She asked Grandma to tell her more about humans. They live short, sweet lives on their stumpy little legs, said Grandma. When they die, their souls rise to the stars and live forever. That's much too long for me. How can I get a soul like that? Asked the little mermaid. A human's true love, said Grandma. But forget it. Men don't love fishtails. The little mermaid had to win the prince's heart. She thought of the sea witch's powers. Bravely she swam to the witch's house made of dead sailors' bones. So you want to trade your tail for a chance at true love, said the witch. Well, this drink will give you legs, and if you can't win the prince's heart, you'll turn into sea foam. I'll do anything, said the little mermaid. All right, said the witch, but you must give me your sweet voice for the favor. That's fair, don't you think? How can I win the prince's heart if I can't speak? Asked the little mermaid. Charm, 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 said the sea witch. With that, the little mermaid lost her voice. Before dawn, the little mermaid swam to the cove. She drank the potion and fainted. She woke up to find the prince standing over her. Who are you? Asked the prince. The little mermaid couldn't answer. She looked down and saw that her silver tail was gone. She had legs. The prince took her to his castle. He gave her a fine robe to wear. From then on, she never left the prince's side. The little mermaid loved the prince. He was fond of her too. "You remind me of a girl who saved me," he said. "She's my true love." "I'm the one who saved you," the little mermaid wanted to say, but she had no hope. The prince would never see that little girl again. He'd forget her. One day, the king said to the prince, "I found you a bride." "I want only my true love," said the prince. But then he met the girl the king had found. She was the girl on the beach. "It's you," the prince said to the girl. "You saved me from drowning. You are my true love." The little mermaid's heart broke in two. The wedding party was held on the prince's ship. The little mermaid knew she soon would die, but she smiled and she danced more gracefully than ever before. Just before dawn, the little mermaid leaned over the ship's rail. Her sisters were there. "We can save you," they called. "We traded our hair for the witch's knife. Use it to kill the prince. Let his blood drip on your feet. Your tail will grow back. You'll come home." But the little mermaid could not kill the prince she loved. She knew that now she would turn into sea foam. When the sun rose, she threw herself into the sea. To her surprise, the little mermaid felt her spirit rise. She met the daughters of the air. "Spread joy and peace," they said. "You can earn a human soul and live forever." And so she did. This is The Little Mermaid.